Hey you guys, it's me Katie B, and today's book review is going to be Darke Academy Secret Lives, which is the first book in a series of 4 by Gabriella Poole. I'll read you the synopsis and then I'll give you my review. True graduates of the Darke Academy take life by the throat, Cassandra. Remember that. The Darke Academy is a school like no other. An elite establishment that moves to a new exotic city every term. Its students are impossibly beautiful, sophisticated and rich. And the more new scholarship girl Cassie Bell learns about the academy, the more curious she becomes. What sinister secrets are guarded by the few, select group of students who keep outsiders away? Who is the dark stranger prowling the corridors at night? And what really happened a year earlier, when the last scholarship girl died in mysterious circumstances? One thing Cassie will discover is that a little knowledge may be a dangerous thing, but knowing too much can be deadly. I really liked the prologue in this. It was gripping, and I kept on thinking it was this flash forward of sorts to things to come, of what Cassie might be kind of feeling, doing somewhere later on in the book. But then when I got nearer to the end and I was like, hang on a minute, this doesn't feel kind of like the prologue, and then I kind of realised that actually it wasn't Cassie, it was another character completely, I think it's called Jess, and she was the previous scholarship girl who died mysteriously. And I really kind of liked the sense of mystery in that it wasn't kind of overtly stated who it was, so that you could kind of find out later on that there were other kind of scholarship girls. And it was a really good prologue. I really enjoyed that bit. And then the beginning half of the book after that felt a little bit less dramatic, a little bit less kind of actiony, and it was more kind of focused on Cassie settling in, and I kind of feel like that could have been a little bit shorter, because it just kind of dragged on a little bit too long for my liking, and the really gritty bits came towards the end of the book after the middle, and those were the bits that I really enjoyed best. And it's kind of like a case of recent books that I've kind of found the end to be really much more gripping than the beginning bit, and the beginning bit is just so boring that I'm like, oh, give me something to chew on, give me something that I can really grip my teeth into and get stuck in. And then finally it comes at the end, I'm like, oh god, this is amazing. And there's kind of been this sense of disparity that I kind of see in some of these books, where the beginning isn't quite as good as the end. I also feel like Cassie's a really intriguing character. I liked her. She was good. She had a really nice dialogue. Inner monologue was really nice as well, and I liked her in general. I think she was really one that you can kind of get not appreciate the sorts, but really kind of want to do well and want to succeed and want to not have bad things happen to her. And I really liked her, and I really liked her interactions with her roommate Isabel and Isabel's crush Jake, and they interacted really well, especially towards the end. But I just felt like some of the other characters weren't quite as strong. They kind of were introduced a little bit too quickly and all at once, and they weren't kind of fleshed out as much, especially considering that there's a lot of school drama at the beginning where you could have really seen some fleshing out of them. These secondary characters who all sound very much alike, despite the fact that they all come from varying different countries, which doesn't kind of make sense to me. So yeah, that was something that I didn't really kind of get. And even though this one is a vampire teen story, it is kind of, you could probably tell a little bit by the cover and the title. It works really well for a vampire story, and I guessed pretty quickly, even though I had no idea that it was going to be one, if just from reading the synopsis. So it has been kind of set up really well that it's a vampire novel, but Poole does it really, really well. It's unique, it's something different, and it didn't feel like it was kind of trying too hard to be unique. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. So thumbs up for that. I'm probably going to read the next one. I'll see what I fancy about it, but it's one of those books where I enjoyed it, it was a good read, but I wouldn't kind of instantly go kind of jump in and get the next one myself and read in and devour this series in like a month or something. Nor would I kind of say go and buy this one instantly, you need to read it now. But if you were to kind of say, oh yeah, I'm quite interested in a vampire novel that does something unique, then I'm not going to dissuade you from going to get it, because it was actually pretty decent. So yeah, that's all from me. So the next one is going to be FNAF The Silver Eyes, and that's going to be on Saturday, so I'll see you next time. Bye bye!